Welcome back to the Art of Self-Mastery. I'm Master Johnson, here to make things make sense for you. Now, if you're just now seeing my face, this channel is doing a fantastic job at blowing up. I would suggest that you go ahead and do the things with the buttons. Go ahead and stick with me. You're going to enjoy this one. On a previous video that I had posted, somebody had left a comment asking if I could speak a little bit more about how to deal with adversity, how to deal with things that continuously pop up, circumstances that continuously feel like God, the world, and everybody else, the universe, has just completely either forgotten about you or completely is just bearing you with circumstantial things that are causing you to operate or to feel very limited, causing you to operate and feel very discouraged, very defeated, all of those things. Today, I'm going to go ahead and make that make sense for you. Okay. Now, for those that don't know, the reason why I'm able to create this kind of content and speak on this kind of things, on these kind of understandings in such a way that impresses the subconscious mind for you to be able to have it make sense like this, is not because I read a few books on it, okay? It's not because I watched a few podcasts or had a nice, enlightened conversation. No, it is simply because I was willing to fail faster than the majority of people. Now, your definition of failure and my definition of failure are not the same. What failure is to me is if you are successful at the thing that causes you misery. Or in other words, if you are working a job, if you are in a career, if you are in a relationship, if you are withholding a specific identity that is below the actual you, the true you, the authentic you, and you are successful at keeping that job, successful at keeping that career or that relationship, successful at killing your spirit, that, my friends, is failure. Let me tell you what failure is not. Failure is not when you try something, you get a result from something, and it's not the result that you were hoping for or looking to have. I want you to understand, failure is what is necessary, at least inside of that kind of definition, of course. Failure is what is necessary for you to understand information. The information that you get from an action that you performed, okay? What you decide on that information and what that information causes you to feel, or in other words, the story you give, the definition you give, or the meaning that you give based off of the information that you now have. That, my friend, is either going to make you or break you. One of my favorite quotes is, adversity introduces a man and or a woman to him or herself. See, I need you guys to understand this. Jesus reveals all of his characteristics, all of his wisdom, all of his power when in the valley. Or now, what does that mean? That means that in order for you to understand your power, in order for you to understand your self-authenticity, in order for you to meet the real you, it is not going to come to you when all the bills are paid, when everybody's getting along, when the health is there, when the power is there, the success is there. No. Adversity is only going to show you exactly who you are when you can't pay anything, when you cannot provide, when everything you're doing is not working. Don't you get it? The way I came about having this wisdom is simply because I was in the thick of my adversity long enough to understand who the identity is, the I am consciousness that you hear me speak about a lot is, that then allows me to withstand a perspective and claim an energy, an essence that does not live in the adversity, but at the same time has the right story, definition, and meaning on why this is happening to me. Now, we're going to branch into the next kind of explanation of this. Some people say, this just always happened to me. My life is always this. I can never get ahead. Blah, 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 blah. It is a very victim-based mentality and mindset that says, I am the way I am because of what they did to me. Well, that's a very sad place to be, okay? And you're going to remain there until you decide what you're going to do with what has happened. The definition, the meaning, the story. If you are in a victim-based mentality, pointing the finger at everyone around you saying, I am the way I am because of what they did to me, well, then now you have completely abandoned the power that you have, okay? More importantly, manipulated the power you have to create the reality out of the identity of being a victim, and now you're in the reality where everything is causing you to either have evidence, circumstances, or experiences of what it's like to be a victim. This is why the girl or the guy who always wants to be in a relationship is always attracting the same relationship with different people. It is because of the identity that they are choosing to operate in, the story, definition, and meaning that they're giving from the adversity that they are experiencing. What is your story? What is your definition? What is your meaning? I need you to understand, you have no problems. You only have opportunities. That is a perspective shift. Doesn't that make sense? With that new perspective shift that you have, it's going to lead you to the opportunities because now you have a different story, definition, and meaning. The second aspect I need you to understand, now that we can understand that you're no longer a victim, is some people say things happen for me, which is a step up. That's great because it leads to more opportunities. This is happening for me. I'm being gifted this. This is so amazing. That's great. But what I say, and what winners say, and what I coach whenever I'm working one-on-one with individuals, or if you come into my community, what I'm leading you into understanding is everything doesn't happen to you. Everything doesn't even happen for you. Everything happens simply because of you, because of your I am. This is why my coined freaking term that I love right now, because I am, everything is. This is amazing. Guys, just think about this. Without you, none of this would exist. It's amazing to think about. Because you exist, all of this is. Because if you were not in existence, right, then how would you be here to experience all that is? You wouldn't be able to. So what does this mean? This existence needs you. Wow. I mean, just hear that. In order for existence to even exist, it needs you to experience it. Now you're starting to realize the power that you have, right? Now's the time inside of the comments where it says, I claim my power back. Put that inside of the comments. I claim my power back. And then freaking own it, guys. You got to own it. So now what I need us to understand is adversity is the gift, okay, that keeps on giving. Meaning, when you are facing adversity, you're facing an opportunity to step into the actuality of yourself, right? See, because the thing is if I gave you $1 million right now, you're not a millionaire. No, you're an individual who has $1 million. A millionaire is an individual that, in the face of their adversity, equipped themselves with enough internal beliefs and skills and understandings on how reality freaking works. Excuse me. But if you can understand that, well then now, that $1 million did not just get handed to you. You are officially a millionaire because of the adversity that you worked yourself through, loved yourself through. You gave the correct definition, meaning, and story. And instead of letting it break you, my friends, you allowed it to make you into the individual that you are, into the individual that you choose to be. What it is making is only being made out of your definition, your meaning, and your story. Because that is the power that you have. And if you can tap into that power, I promise you, when you start telling a new story, you're going to start seeing a different reality. When you start seeing a different reality, you're going to start feeling a different way. And once you can understand that adversity is the best fucking thing that could ever happen to you, because it causes you to stretch and become and understand in different understandings and ways of loving yourself, seeing how amazing you are. Because let me just say this. All of this you built for you to experience and observe yourself, not overcoming, but observe how amazing you actually are. To overcome something is powerful, but to understand that you created this for you to recognize and realize how amazing that you are, so that therefore you can recognize and realize the God that is within you, well then at that point, my friends, you've done it. You don't look for the easy way out because you realize it's all happening because of you. Whenever you're experiencing pain or adversity, congratulations. You are now evolving into the next best version of yourself. It is time for you to claim that power back, my friend. Hey, I didn't want this video to go too long. It's not going to exceed over 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. If you have any questions, any comments, if you felt any kind of energy or any aha moment, please let me know inside the comments. If you want to get closer to me, my guys, my women, I'm trying to tell you, it's only meant for those. Check the pinned comment. That's going to lead you into my private community where you're going to see and know and find so much more that you're looking to experience. My name is Master Johnson. This is the art of self-mastery, and I appreciate your time. I appreciate your subscription. I appreciate you. Can't wait to see you on the next one. Take care.